So Landslides, People Change is the first track on the record. Hopefully, the idea was this was supposed to be like an explosion out of the gates. The song is about not feeling like you know what's going on and losing people or finding new people, you know.
I think Landslides was probably the first song we wrote off the album. Probably one of my favourites. It kind of came together pretty quick.
Took a minute to decide on the different tones and stuff for the tracks on the album. We wanted some sort of unified bits that would sit across it all that would help the album feel like an album, but also different enough across each of the sounds so it felt specific to the song too.
Mostly in 7, and it wasn't intentional to be in 7 when we first started playing it, but like it was fitting the lyrics into these gaps. It just naturally felt that way.
Landslides is still in the back of my head a bit of a stressful one, just with all those time signature changes. But I think like I've almost got like a bit like PTSD from having to record it in the studio because we had to do it about 25, 30, 40 times.
Landslides is a really big track because it sets the tone for the album. It's a lot of fun to play live, despite what Tom will say, because I know he finds it quite stressful, but I actually really enjoy it.
Yeah, so that one still gives me like a little bit of like stage anxiety, and knowing that we play it first, like, yeah, I feel like I'm up against the 8 ball straight away.
I think there's things in that song that are really personal that like a lot of us can relate to.
The song name itself, Landslides, People Change. So the imagery of landslides is just how fast things can change and how fast you're suddenly somewhere else. I think that happens a lot. This album is about growing up, and that happens very quickly as you're going through your 20s. And I am in my 20s. The people think I'm 24.
Matt and I kind of had ideas for the video that was based around the kind of ghosts. Initially we were going to do a Pepper's Ghost, which is like a magician's illusion that basically looks like, you know, a person's trapped in a bottle. But it kind of didn't come together in time. We didn't leave ourselves enough time to work out the kind of hardware aspects of it.
But at the time I was actually experimenting a lot with refracting light through glass and like spinning different glasses and bottles and spectrums and things and like shooting through that to create these interesting kaleidoscopic looks. That actually is what featured in the final videos.
So we kind of made it work with Matt running a lot of the stuff we shot through some kind of prisms, I think.
What have you got?
I don't know this legal.
I don't think what you have is legal. What I also loved about the album, I guess, was the amount of singing I was able to do in harmony with Ethan and Johnny and Matt, and being able to add that sort of more choral side of having multiple harmonies across the band.
There's a line in the second verse about being less of a cult, more of a union. It's how you can just feel like you're in different cliques and with different people.
While recording the album, I listened to a lot more studio drumming. Steve Jordan for like John Mayer, so that continuing album just grooved the whole way through. Little pockets of influences from everybody that I listened to, really.
Where do you fit in all these different things? Like I feel like as I've gotten older as well, like there's a bunch of different friend groups and they're all very different people. You fit into those different groups in different ways.